you able to access your classroom? I mean,
wow, that's a story actually. Because initially, in my first semester year one, I was able to attend classes normally. I didn't think that I was different from every other person walking with their legs. That was because we're using MBA 1 for classes then we were moved as College of Health Sciences students or Medical Sciences. We were moved to another class, and that class was College Hall, which had a flight of stairs, or at least five steps to get to it or something. And then the door was not even accessible. So when they moved us there, that was like second semester year one, I couldn't attend classes anymore. I had to remain outside in the car park every day petitioning. My mom wrote letters to the school authority. They said, they couldn't open the adjoining classroom because they had some specimens there. They didn't want me to contaminate it. And my mother was like, what am I going to do with your specimen? But I couldn't enter the whole of second semester year one, and half of first semester year two, I was miserable. Because I wasn't living in school, I would drive from home every day with my driver, and my dad would pay for the fuel, and I was wasting my school fees. I was wasting transportation. It was heartbreaking. I would cry sometimes, and they didn't seem like it was going to be a headway. And because that was apparently the class for college students or people in medical sciences, I didn't see any way I was actually going to ever end up in class until I finished in year 4. But a friend of mine who was in dentistry then, I think one day he just looked at the classroom. I was like, I think something can be done. And he moved the pews in class to give me space to be able to enter from the door. Because already I think I attempted, because I can be a bit of a renegade. So I think I tried entering class once or twice. But there was a very fateful day where I fell off the wheelchair because I was being lifted in the air. And the lecturer had to stop in mid-lecture and shout, and then people around had to come catch me. And I was like, okay, this is how I was going to die. I was going to fall from like 5 meters up. So because of that, I stopped going for classes because I had attempted once or twice and it wasn't safe. And that was one of it. And then I had practicals, human anatomy. We deal with dead bodies. We had to go to anatomy lab, and physics and chemistry in year 1. And some of those labs were 5 stories up, 3 stories up. I look back now and I feel blessed and honored because I don't know how I got into those places, but generally people would just come, 4 people would help carry me up. When they get tired, we'll change to 4 new people, but basically people were always around to help carry me up. And that was not supposed to be their responsibility. They were not supposed to have to carry somebody else up flights of stairs every time there was a practical, just because somebody or a system is not working. So that was my story in Port Harcourt.
So did they do anything about the classrooms at the end of the day?
Nothing was done. I just had to find my way to not let my school fees waste. People underestimate education because of the fact that everybody approached education initially from the point of view that, I go to school, I get a certificate, I get to make money from it. They didn't think of the other opportunities and possibilities that come out of being educated. It mustn't be monetary value only. There's a whole lot education does for a person. I wouldn't have been here today if I wasn't educated. It helped open my mind. I was able to network and connect with people. I realized that I didn't have to be alone in my world, that I could actually live my life to the fullest. These are things that education does for a person. So if you're not educated, I don't know. I think already your mind is going to be narrowed. So people should get educated. I'm not saying go do a PhD. There are so many ways to get educated. Even as little as going to primary school is education. Be able to read and write and communicate. If you want to make money, you have to be able to communicate with people and communicate rightly so you don't get cheated and they don't scam you or you scam somebody. So basically, everyone needs to get educated. Even if you don't, you're a business person, you tend to buy things. You have to sign or write a receipt. You have to draw up contracts. There's a lot. Education is key and fundamental in everything we do. We can't run away from it no matter how we want to.
All right. This year's theme for International Day of Education is focusing on education as a tool for lasting peace. What is your opinion on that?
I've been thinking about it all day, and basically, I guess it's a tool for lasting peace because it opens your mind up to knowledge. And I know one way of reaching peace most times is through dialoguing and discussions and just getting to hear everybody's point of view and then understanding each other and then forging a way ahead. So basically, if people are educated, they have more knowledge at hand, and knowledge, they say, is power. you're able to now understand the other person, you're able to discuss logically, diplomatically, and solve your issues. And it builds your culture, it builds your character, it builds your behavior. So you know how to comport yourself and deal with issues. You don't see educated people who really appreciate education being barbaric or fighting on the road and doing things that are not the norm for somebody who is supposed to carry himself with elegance. So I think education would help in peace, because the knowledge alone would help people be able to understand themselves and discuss on a platform where everybody can come together and work things out.